Mates in Mind is a new charity which is predominantly focused on improving mental health and well-being within the construction industry.
Well, we're here tonight to launch the Mates in Mind programme, which is an initiative which has been driven by demand from industry, but more importantly, the Health and Construction Leadership Group have taken up this challenge to give something industry has been wanting for many, many years.
Clearly, mental health, ill health affects many people. I mean, it's said that at any given time, 1 in 6 of the working population, maybe even 1 in 5, have a mental health condition at a given point.
Well, I think there's a problem across all sectors with regards to mental health, and perhaps I could say that the prevalence of mental health illness in the construction sector is slightly greater than in other sectors.
Mental health alone explains about 40% of working days lost in our measurements. If you add lack of sleep, financial concerns and stress-related aspects, you get to about 60 to 70%.
When you look at the construction sector, it has all the potential contributing factors to poor mental ill health.
With the transient workforce and some of the workers not knowing when they're going to get paid, there's lots of ingredients out there which all add to the sort of workday sort of pressures that construction workers have. And having this mental health programme for industry, particularly for construction, where we're giving people the opportunity to speak up about it, and it's not a what it used to be seemed as a weakness to talk about these things. We want to sort of get them to embrace that it's okay to talk about these things, and we're going to be encouraging that.
I recently went on to the 2-day mental health first aid programme because I wanted to know more so I could help people better. It made me realise how common mental health problems were. I knew about the statistics, but it really made it live to me. It really is about real people.
Construction isn't this big macho industry where everyone's indestructible and Superman. We are all humans.
This evening I want to talk about a subject which is close to my heart, something which affects everyone and has far-reaching consequences, something which can literally be a matter of life or death.
Having been through it myself and going through quite a tough time back in 2010, I almost through determination continued to fight it and continued until I got to a place where I couldn't fight it anymore.
It was impacting on my behaviour, and I was starting to become someone who my family and I did not recognise anymore.
People isolate themselves as I did. I isolated myself from my family. I shouted at my family. I nearly lost my family because I wasn't functioning properly.
Beyond the business case, I think there's also corporate social responsibility for sectors to start addressing this.
And really what I would like to say is that these programs are absolutely critical, but really what the journey is about is actually changing organizational cultures, changing that mindset. It's almost doing what you did so successfully in terms of traditional health and safety management, I would say, and expanding that into mental health.
The statistics around suicide are staggering. The reality of it is it exists. It existed with me, and I look back at that now and know why.
If I didn't receive professional help, I don't think I'd be here today to tell you this story.
It's that recognition of, that's out of character, that's not right, is he okay? That recognition is the really important part of all of this, and that's what Mates in Mind is doing.
It's about getting your mates to look after each other and looking out when John's not his normal self on a Monday morning, and then asking that questions, are you okay? And then more importantly, listening for the answer.
As individuals in the industry, we face challenges every day. It's how we overcome them that counts.
I don't think it's sector specific. I think it's a societal issue. But I'm very pleased also to see it getting more prominence in the press, and certainly, you know, my family are talking to me about it, certainly like I never did with my family, so I think we're on the right journey.
It's only by coming together, all of us, that will actually make the biggest difference. So one voice, getting rid of the stigma, it's just something that we need to do to look after our workforces, look after each other.
With the collateral and the team behind Mates in Mind, we've got a real platform now to launch it tonight, to give something to industry that it's been wanting for such a long time.
The well-being of our workforce is vital going forward. I've talked to many people today in various guises about the challenges that we have on skills gaps and how we encourage new blood into our industry. If we don't address this now, we don't create an environment that is attractive to people to come into, I really don't know what the future holds for our industry. So it's got to be at the forefront.
I'm living proof that you can be a stronger person and to be an inspiration to others, to enable them to come forward, speak, be open, talk, communicate, and realise that it's all right to not be all right.
It was of course such a pleasure to be here tonight. I mean, such a wonderful occasion, an evening reception celebrating this wonderful program Mates in Mind, bringing so many interesting people together.
We've got early adopters, we've got pilot organisations here, we've got business champions and supporters alike. And this is really where Mates in Mind picks up a pace.
Thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you all for your support. Please spread the word about Mates in Mind. I'm confident that we can reach those 100,000 people that we said we would reach in the first year, and 75% of the population by 2025. If we could smash that, I'd be very, very happy, man. Thank you all very much.